That's right. It's a new year and a new show and new formats and new studios and new garbage and garbage scows and whatever the hell you want to call it. You're listening to CSHR Radio, WCHR 104.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And it's the first show of the year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to screw everything up. So stay tuned. Here it is. And as me, and joining me as always, here's Scott Jr., Harsh Med, and Jamie Bell, which is saying L Trut. Who the hell is L Trut? And my son is choking.
It's L Truth Seeker.
L
Truth Seeker.
Oh, okay. If you're gonna cough into the microphone, at least mute it or something first.
I have everything muted.
No, it wasn't, because I heard you coughing. It was like
it's still muted. I'm talking to you. Why it's muted? I have my thing off.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Well, as I said, I was saying during the opener, this is the first show of the year. And of course, 7/23/2022 special guest, the Harsh Reality with Harsh Med. So, what's on everybody's agenda? What do y'all see for the new year? What do we have going on now?
Wow, going on for the new year? Shit, I'm expecting more craziness and more chaos. That's what I'm expecting. Like less things to make sense.
You're expecting less things to make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here in Australia, the Vatican Cardinal Pell just died. He's 80. He got a hip replacement and he come out of hospital and he died hours later.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Right. So who else? That was so queued up for a pedophile joke and no one took it. I'm so disappointed in you.
Look, man, I was raised Catholic. That whole freaking thing is just don't get me started on the Catholic faith, please. Thank you very much. We'll just leave that at there.
I don't know. I was expecting this guy to be like, well, that's one less pedophile we have to worry about.
Well, no, I mean, the king pedophile died, last week?
Apparently.
I mean, he was so regarded as Pope, you know. I mean, he quit. He's like, fuck it, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I just got an error from the Facebook page for Tribal once again, now Tribal again.
Oh, that stupid page.
It's saying that something's wrong with the stream?
That's from that page. Oh, well. I was supposed to stream it to both the Hart's pages, but since Hart's not on the show.
Where is Hart anyway? Hart Honer, if you're listening right now, God damn it, get your headdress on and we have a powwow. Like literally right here.
Powwow.
A powwow. I see the MAGA people are at it again. They're freaking out about everything. And so are the liberals. So nothing's changed. It's a great start to 2023. I will say,
expect the Trump versus DeSantis people to start losing their expect those groups to start losing their minds even more.
Why
they're gonna go fucking. They're already going nuts, but they're gonna amplify it even worse in the next 2 years, in the next year and a half.
Well, what's going on? I mean,
it was so crazy. Like a few weeks ago, you had like Donald Trump trying to, one of Donald Trump's people, Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, trying to lead an investigation about Ron DeSantis getting reelected.
I thought DeSantis was on their side. Did I miss something?
They were, but with the primary coming up, I'm not so sure that's the case because DeSantis is thinking about running and people like the way he handled things in Florida. So,
gotcha. Okay, now that makes sense. Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but you know, it makes sense according to what we're listening to. Really, Hart? We're live right now, guy. Hang on. This is Hart. There's a Zoom link for a reason, sir. That means we're live, and you're not online.
Oh,
I mean,
now he's on.
yeah, no,
Right.
he's posting news articles. I'm not reading. If you want to read a news article, come on the show. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Okay, that's
All
enough.
right, and yes, I thought I thought to remove Hart's page from the show, but no, and since he's here with us, everyone's favorite native, Hart Honer.
And it looks like if you're trying to comment, it looks like there's some issues with Facebook groups and profiles.
In other words, nothing's changed.
Yes, basically.
Let's read one of Hart's articles. You got me to open that. Winnipeg's Brady Road landfill to reopen while protesters remain on site, city says. The Brady Road landfill will reopen Friday after the city says a compromise has been reached with protesters who have been blocking the entrance for weeks. The landfill has been closed to the public since a group calling for searches of two Indigenous women police allege were murdered by an accused serial killer set up a blockade in mid-December. My question is, when the hell are refills ever open to the landfills ever open to the public? I mean, I know there's like disposal sites that are open, but what? That's the first thing I want to know.
Oh, well, yeah, I've actually personally been to this landfill. So you can pay to drop off per ton of your disposal needs of say you bring a truckload or whatever.
Right.
So that's the public thing. And then there is the city waste itself coming with their large trucks to dump every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's actually 4 missing, murdered women there that are currently not being looked for. They've reopened to different parts of the landfill, and with the agreement not to disturb parts of the where the women are allegedly to be placed. So that's what's going on there. But
What do you
what's
mean?
happened obviously is horrific, especially in the Indigenous community, and they
So
always
they
get the short end of the stick.
So wait, hang on a second. They found women's bodies in this landfill? Is that what happened?
See, it's the alleged serial killer admitted to killing the women and dumping them at that landfill. See the misinformation and how they mislead and don't tell the full story.
Right. Yeah. That's horrific. What happens to them? Because it's terrible. Because it always because they're the ones that get victimized the most. They're the ones that get attacked the most, and everyone just shrugs their fucking shoulders. It's just horrific. It's been the case long before. I mean, I can't just blame colonization because obviously the tribes are fighting each other for a reason. But I mean, the fact that Standing Rock was 7 years ago, and the fact that Standing Rock is 7 years ago, that's the most infamous time of this, and it just never changes, and it's disgusting. But none of that'll ever change as long as people like Ed Higgins and Eddie Blackcloud and Bill Bunting get to violate women as much as possible. So, oh well.
So yeah, there's still a group standing there. The Bear Clan group, community group that is trying to stand up and get justice for these women that are and literally dumped in the dump.
That's horrible. That's just disgusting. Actually, that's worse than horrible.
And, yeah, so that happens quite often. And then there's like there's ones that survive, and then uh, you know uh, do not do not speak up for what has happened for them, to them, and it's up for communities of their own to set up places that are support groups for uh, the women that actually are survival victims, or whatever, like they've lived through these atrocities. So, you know, um,
And they don't. Oh well, I mean, obviously nobody even gives a damn enough to even try to help or try to
They
stop it.
don't. And then that's why they have no choice but to create their own coalitions and their own organizations of activism, because nobody seems to give a fuck. And no matter how many times it's reported, no matter how many years we deal with this, it's always the same fucking thing. The fact that, not to switch gears again, but in regards to this, the fact that fucking Mike Fazek's son was arrested for raping J.C. Peterson is kind of is miraculous. I hate saying shit like this, but it really is.
and then to go to another thing, the Bear Clan, it's a Winnipeg initiative, community based group that their initial start was uh, patrol the community. That's what they did, was they through the inner city, and uh, they would protect and patrol the streets, and crime drop. Uh, you know, so that's another thing of go out, start your own stuff, and protect your community. The community protects itself the best. Uh, so go out there and do that.
No, they're supposed to, but then again, I mean, I don't want to harken this back to Standing Rock, but it just seems like even with the Winnipeg situation, it kind of goes back to that, because it's like so many natives get fucking violated by their, get betrayed by their own. Look at Eddie Blackcloud. Eddie Blackcloud Senior had no problem, seeing his own brothers, seeing his own seeing his own people getting violated by, like I said, by the scum of the earth.
And that's just like any sort of initiative that they, pardon me, put out there, is they put in their infiltrators to sully the movement, and then betray the ones trying to make any headway, further pushing back anything, and just the wheels just get greased, and uh, yeah, pocket gets paid, and it's just like any other vicious cycle of what any sort of activism group is now.
It's no different than pretty much what they do everyone, except it's just more apparent in your situation, in y'all's situation. And the media is a strange thing. Media is the only reason why it's getting any attention. The things that happen like that in everyday life to everybody else doesn't get any attention. Unfortunately, people don't change. It's always going to be that way.
And I mean, it never gets any better. It just
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't get any better.
Until like people change and start changing their behaviors and start coming together, then none of this is gonna make any difference. Yeah, this is why I got to weed out the bad apples in a movement. Otherwise, more people are going to get victimized.
And we can speak from experience when it comes to bad apples.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh, God. How many songs have been written about those assholes? Jesus.
I think this is one of them.
My name is Joe.
Okay, you can stop dancing now.
I thought you were going to save that later for later, man.
That's Hart Honer.
I mean, the story hits home for me.
Well, I mean,
Numerous
it's
You know, but yeah, no, I wanted to start. I thought we were going to start off something a little more uplifting.
take the lead. I mean, if you want to do uplifting, we can definitely do that. I am all in favor of that.
Yes, we are. I
But
mean,
that's the atrocity that's going on in my neck of the woods. So.
And that's absolutely horrible. Hart, if I could, I would move you down here in a heartbeat, or move you over to New York with me, so you don't have to deal with that crap anymore. I mean, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. But you know, unfortunately for me, that whole thing of letting people stay with me kind of got ruined by one person. We're not going to mention any names tonight.
well, I think you're just saying that because your fiance kept hitting on me. She kept smelling my towels, and I don't understand
The entire
deal.
neighborhood could smell his towels. I mean,
So what if I can't fit in a bathtub?
Dude.
God, he's so gross.
Man,
got a gross animal.
The man could not fit in a bathtub.
How do you not? That's terrible.
Stop!
Yes.
You violated my bong. Pay the bong a toke or serve your sentence. Your stolen weed is now forfeit.
No, wait, hold up. Now, this is BS. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that your bong water was putrid. That was scary. That thing had stuff growing in it. That was a science experiment of a bong.
I cleaned it.
What?
I cleaned it.
There you go. Clean.
Please tell me you use something like sulfuric acid to clean it with, because I mean that thing was, dude, I was scared that bong was gonna like sprout legs and run away. I look like the Hart's got to show me his clean bone water.
Well, Hart's out there selling paintings. He can afford to do that. I'm only on welfare. I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough to clean my bong every day.
Man says you didn't want to clean it. It's seasoning.
Yeah.
The background is drowning it because it's the same color, Harsh.
I know, right? Let me turn off the background for a second. There you go, everybody. From Alex Thomas.
Oh wow!
This beautiful masterpiece. She's supposed to finish up the Crayola sex stuff sometime in the next month or so, I think. But
awesome.
Reach out to her on that.
Well, as y'all can see, we're actually in a new place now. This is the new studio y'all see in the background.
We can view you. Look at you. Look
I know. And I actually have a better camera too now. So you can really see me. It's no longer this like robotic Scott thing that I used to have going on. So
yeah, like your own studio, your own office, and everything. And pretty soon that's going to be Scott Jr.'s too, because he's got to manage all that.
Yep.
How clear does my mic sound? These headphones cost about $130 Australian.
You got your money's worth. I will tell you that because it sounds great. I can hear you just
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah,
But-
most headphone combo sucks.
Yeah, most of them do, but that one sounds pretty good. I got to give you credit for that.
Joe Logan says, hello, people. And Chai says, reality is harsh, but doesn't bite. And Robert Walker with the flame, and he says, boy, you have some pretty equipment.
Who has some pretty... This is an office. Jesus.
Pretty
Don't you throw a
equipment.
kiss at me?
Look at that fridge. Oh, damn.
I know. That's a top of the line fridge for a place you spend maybe 2 hours a week.
No, that's actually a freezer. Well, it could be either or. It could be either or. It could be
So
a fridge
glad you don't
or...
see my setup at all.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of fudgesicles.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can't see like all of the lights around the ceiling in here or the ones that's above my head or anything. So, you know.
Oh, it's changing. You were purple, now you blue.
Yeah, well, both of ours are. We both have the same type of lights around the top of the room. And then, of course, the TV in the background here is backlit. See it?
Nice setup, Scott.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I got two
My
32-inch monitors now, so it's like watching two big screens in front of my face. It's kind of weird.
It's
Yeah,
just
you're welcome, bro.
Yeah, there's just a little matchstick. We're not even a match, like a postage stamp. Your old postage stamp. High def. I feel sorry for you, Scott.
What are you doing? Are you like taking panoramic photos in your room right now? What's going on over there?
Going on where?
I'm showing you
Junior's
something.
room. Okay. Oh, okay. He sent video of his setup to the chat.
Let's see this. Tough gaming. They sent it all sideways.
It's
Yeah.
in it.
It's full screen.
Well, it's an iPhone, so I mean, you can't expect much out of that. So,
That is true.
Steve Jobs, if you're listening in heaven right now, you suck.
I'm pretty sure he's in hell.
Steve
Holy
Jobs,
shit.
if you're burning to death, or if you're burning for eternity, you still suck.
He's just switched jobs. I mean, it's Steve Jobs. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna.
And what I like about this place is I can actually turn my mic up and be away from it. I don't have to be on top of it like the old place.
Yeah. It's so weird. You have a new place and you're going to be moving to a new place in March.
Yeah, sometime in
this
March.
So this is like a transitional. That's like just a regular studio then.
Pretty much. I mean, it's this is actually going to be Junior's house when we leave. There's actually a whole house behind me.
Oh, where's the place that Junior's at then?
He's here in his room here.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh wow! So you really went to work then? You put a studio on your pro. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're like moving in 3 months and like
Couple months.
You just moved. Oh,
Well, it's we moved all of the equipment into the new place, and then we're moving everything else to New York. So it's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You went from You're going from Baton Rouge to frickin' Jamestown.
It's a lot better. I'll just say
So
that.
you're moving to from Louisiana to New York. What part of New York?
Upstate,
Jamestown,
like
upstate, like
Western New York, not even like New York City, just like.
Oh, no,
like that's
It's mainly
countryness. Oh,
I'm not
it's-
moving to New York City mainly because of the simple fact that I'm crazy, not stupid.
Moving to Western New York would definitely make you crazy. That is true.
So
Or
you
stupid.
you'll be kind of closest to the Canadian border then, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, no. You'll like it there. You'll get winter though.
Yeah, I don't think Scott's ready for that yet.
Y'all are just so horrible sometimes. I love y'all, but y'all just
No,
like,
it's nice there comparative to like yeah, it's winter, but it's not winter.
I mean, it's not like Manitoba winter, but it can be sometimes. Like if anything, it's like Chicago winters every few years, where it's like -1 or -2 or -10.
Funny story. I had a guy come in my house one day and we were smoking bongs and I showed him my knife collection and he took one of my knives out of my hands and he stabbed me in the stomach with it. And before I told him to go, I told him to have a bong and get out of my house.
there's like
That's
so
right.
much going on in that story.
That's how you know I'm crazy.
I mean that. I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's the granny who will cook the burglar breakfast, and then there's the Jamie who will give the stabber bomb.
What the fuck?
That's right. If you think that's something else, come on down here off of I-95, right next door to the Buc-ee's, to the Justin Davis's boat condo emporium, restaurant, strip club, truck stop, bait shop, bar and grill, and daycare facility. That's right. We're running a good special this week. We got free electricity for $10.95 per minute. That's right.
You
Free.
see that little thing moving back there?
Well, where? Is there a cat in
You
here?
don't see? Yeah. On the other side.
I don't see anything. What are you seeing?
Under the table. It's black.
Oh, that's
You
Bella.
got all right. So to recap, you got the grandma cooking the burglar breakfast. You got Jamie giving the guy who stabs him a free bong. The only thing I could think if that's like worse than this was like Thor like randomly giving people money and then complaining about why they didn't pay him back. It's like, well, Thor, that's not how that works.
It almost sounds like the U.S. government. Here's a check. Here's a blank check. Just take this and make sure you pay us back, okay? Our debt is not important at all.
I kid. We love Thor.
But I'm just, there's a lot going on in that story, Jamie. There's a lot going on in that story.
Yeah,
I mean,
how do you just randomly get stabbed?
It's like, hey,
No.
hey, come hang out at my house. Here, check out my knives. Oh shit, you stabbed me. Here, take a parting gift.
Yeah. Jamie, you need to go more in depth with this story.
There's some missing context there.
Story time with JC Bellick at the Harsh Reality.
Okay, well, he's a crazy guy. He once told me that he killed 2 or 3 people in the town next to me. I don't know if that's true or not. And he taught me how to make a homemade stun gun with an electricity cord. And that day we were just smoking bongs, watching anime or something on the TV, and I just randomly showed him my knife collection. And it was a little knife key about this big, about as big as my pinky. He unfolded it after I already unfolded it. He kept it in unfolded and he put it in his hand and just stabbed me once with it. I took it out of my stomach. I said, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" He said, I don't even remember what he said, but he was just a crazy cunt. I bet he probably said something stupid, so it doesn't matter. But I let him have a bong, a bowl through my bong first, and then I let him go.
And you heard it here first, right here. Well, that's a hell of a story there, Jamie. It was a straight up pop fly out of the left field. It was a wild story. The man got stabbed, and he's like, "Hey, guy, don't do that. No, and that's what it's all about. There, is don't do that. Here's a bong and leave."
Yeah. Well, we're glad Jamie's still alive. But I still don't understand why someone randomly stalks him. But apparently, I guess apparently he was telling the truth when he said he killed 2 or 3 people. I mean,
Like I thought I grew up in the ghetto, man. My friends would punch me in the face coming out of the bathroom.
Dude,
It's like these are my best friends, and they love me.
Yeah, that's what friends do. That's different.
that's exactly
Yeah.
right. Your friends will wait for you in the doors of bathrooms and punch you as you walk by.
right, or punch you in the nuts, whichever.
Like I had a couple of them, like fucking just hit me in the nuts
Watch
for no
your
reason.
mouth.
Like,
I don't want to press the beep too many times on the air tonight. Please, thank you very much.
I got 2 more
alright,
stories
every
if you want to hear
time
'em.
someone beep,
Every time someone beeps, I'm taking $1 out of their account.
I ain't got no money.
We can beep our own.
It's free.
I done had to beat myself a couple of times already.
Jamie says we have. Jamie says he has a few more stories to tell us.
One time when I was 14 years old, back in Strathpine, Queensland, Australia, back nearly 13 years ago almost, because I'm turning 26 this year, and that was when I was 14. And I only just turned 14, turning 15 next year. So what happened was this bully made me force him to have a sleepover with him at my house, and he brought his friend over with him, and they would consistently watch porn and have towels on top of them and just wank and use my TV for a porn hub. And continued for an hour or two, and then they went to sleep and then left.
So they were jerking off in front of you?
Yeah.
That sounds, wow! Now we know where Bill. Now I know who Bill Bunting's grandchildren are.
Wow, I thought you were thinking crazy.
I didn't know he had family in Australia. That's a new one on me.
God.
Oh, God. What the
What y'all do over there?
I don't actually talk to his dad. They're not like this.
Jamie's making me feel really good about not living in Australia right now. You know, I mean, we get aggravated when we have to donate.
Got nothing on Australia. They don't.
No, they really don't. Sorry, Hart.
I mean, people get mad at us when we don't want to donate $1 to St. Jude, and this dude is over here like, here, stab me in the stomach. I'll give you a bong.
Yeah, I mean, use my TV to jerk off in front of me.
Oh, God. What the?
You can't make this up. Yeah, I tell you what, brother. Thank you, Jamie, for letting me use it to watch gay porn. And yeah, I wanted to do it at Bitten's house, but she got upset. So yeah, I had to touch her special place to make her yell "Booshava" just so she leave me. I leave the house, and then that way I got caught with gay porn. And and Karen too told everyone that I massaged myself with meth cocaine.
Now, Mr. Bill, prostate. Mr. Bill, I'm gonna have to step in right here and just say just one thing and one thing only here. That's right. Come on down right here next door to the Buc-ee's, right past the truck parking spots there in the back of the parking lot. We got the new Chrome shop. That's right. We got an old gal in there. She says she can polish anybody's knob for $29.95. That's right. For a low price of $29.95, get your knobs polished in your truck. I think it's the knobs in the truck, but let's just hope it's the knobs in the truck and not any other kind of knobs. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, but oh God.
Yeah, I have another story.
Oh,
when I was 15. When I was 15, I met this kid called Tiger. He's a year younger than me. He spelt tiger like the animal tiger. And his last name was B-A-L. Similar to mine, but not B-E-double-L, but B-A-L, Bowl.
Tiger
and what he did was, when we were in Caboolture, he went through this dark alleyway where these Chinese people regularly walk through. And he got his pants and he grabbed them up high, pretended to have a gun or something. And he said, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to be a doper. or something like that, and he was rapping to this Chinese guy, and he ran away scared. He was screaming. I seen the whole thing, but I can't remember what he said. It was over 10 years ago.
Okay, you need to like start a short story book and write these down.
Yes.
I know people that would pay money for these books just to read them and go. Send a copy to Dr. Phil. I'm pretty sure he would enjoy it too.
I love the part of the regular Australian back alley. It's just that's the back alley, but it's the regular one.
And there you have it. There's today's show. No, I'm just playing.
I don't know. Maybe with 2 more Jamie stories, we might have to do.
What else happens in this regular back alley? I mean, it sounds irregular to other places.
Well, I tell you what happens, Art. Well, I told Karen Sue one time that when I go to this back alley, I prefer to have a man massage my prostate with cocaine and meth.
And you can get all of that at 20. What was the address? It's in Ashtabula, Ohio.
749 East
749
15th
East 15th Street, Ashtabula, Ohio.
and they're happy. I told her that, and maybe sound like a freak, but she agreed to have a guy do it for me, and I was like, yeah, that's how I really got off. And every time a man massages my prostate with coke and meth, I start getting horny, almost as horny as I got when I watched gay porn at Benton's house. And started jerking off in front of my daughter. And then I went, boo shama.
Wait. That is too much to process right now.
Well, I got another story coming up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
We start the music
As
over
Robert
here
says,
again.
the neighbor did it. If it wasn't me, I didn't jerk off. The neighbor did it.
There you go. There's your theme music, Jamie.
Another time when I was 15, these 2 young hoodlums, they asked me to steal stuff for them, and I obliged to it. They went into Foot Locker, stole a pair of shoes for them, and they gave me a pair of shoes that was worth less than that. They ripped me off. They said they'll get me a pair of socks. They never did. They just took off with the shoes, and they robbed me everything that I just stole for them. They were dishonest cunts.
And they didn't even give you a pair of socks?
Jesus.
What?
No.
Oh, that's not even like, that's against criminal code.
What's that? There's no honor amongst thieves, or
Literally, no honor amongst thieves, apparently.
That's right. It's 9:48. The time is 9:48. It is nice and balmy outside here in Louisiana. It's the 10th of January, 2022. You're listening to WCHR 104.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That was the call sign. So, whatever. Keep talking. Do whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Well, me and my ex-friend, we were walking in Dacabin one day, and we seen a big stack of shoes like this high, just pairs of shoes like DC, Puma, all them brands, and we took some DCs and Pumas or Adidas or something. And the first thing we thought me and my ex-friend should do was put them in our fridge. So we put the shoes in the fridge and hid them for half an hour, and then took them out and started wearing them around town.
oh, cool shoes.
Well, I mean, technically they were hot when they were stolen, so, you would put them in the refrigerator to cool them off. Jeez.
Well, ups and downs. There you go. It's not all bad.
I'm not high enough for this show right now. I need to be more inebriated in order to continue. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing what happens when you drink dirty bong water in Australia, where you can physically ride spiders. They're so big. That's called a huntsman spider, isn't it? That's like the ones that are like the size of a Buick.
Yeah, but there's bird-eating spiders that are even bigger.
Oh, that's okay. So you're on an island basically that's full of aliens.
Yeah.
Nah, that's wonderful.
And you heard it here first, right here next door to the Bucky's and Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium Bait Shop Daycare Center, uh, Adult Contemporary Music Emporium. Uh, wait, what's this last adult music? What the hell? What is adult music? Could somebody explain that, please, Mr. Harsh Med? I know you're listening right now. Could you tell me what the hell adult music is? Or is that the kind of music Jamie was listening to when his buddy was over there and beating off underneath the vacuum cleaner?
I think that's what it was, Mr. Davis.
Okay.
That's what it was. The music that where Jamie's buddy was beating off to. Yeah.
Jesus.
Huh. Well, I got another story to tell. One time, I nearly got unfolded in a murder case because I was hanging out with that Tiger Ball guy, and he told me to go down the road with him about 5 streets away from where I live, and we met up with a bunch of people, and then we went to the train station with them. And this guy with a backpack who was about 30 years old at the time when we were 15, he had a shotgun in it, and he said he just murdered people in the next suburb. So we walked with him to the next suburb in the other direction, and we went into a hospital. Me and my friend held the shotgun through the hospital, and we went down the elevator to the car park, and we met them there, and we gave them the guns, and they took off to the probably to somewhere to bury it. I suppose that's what I think.
So
That's what happened.
Hold on. So like the two of y'all, y'all buddies, 15 years old, felt with your all radar that this dude that said he's a murderer was a cool cat, and you're going to hang out with him and play with his gun.
No. We just went along with it because he threatened us if we'd tell the police.
Okay. So it didn't fit. It wasn't a nice occasion. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. I kind of been there, but not that bad. So hostage situation. What was that? 10 years ago? Was that 9 years ago?
Yeah.
You want justice for this guy, like,
That's right. And today only, come on down to your local Home Depot, where we build things correctly, and Jamie cleans his bong water. Only at the Home Depot. Wait. And he gets stabbed in the stomach and starts giving away bongs. Harsh, where did you go? Did he just... Look, he just disappeared. What the... Harsh Man.
Of course.
Harsh Man.
No, I just had to get some water. Speaking of all this talk about bong water, I had to get
look,
some
look, you see this right here? It's a Wendy's cup.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Kosher salt or coarse salt, it has to be thick and coarse, and then rubbing alcohol. That's it.
Yeah, I've got that. I cleaned my bong out. It needs cleaning again, but it's cleaner than it was last time.
Pennies.
I've got methylated spirits that cleans up my Pyrex bong really well.
Do we have any more stories?
Yeah.
I don't want to have stories.
Well, one time I was hanging out with my high school friend, and we had a really fucked up adventure. So yes, we went to these parties and we jumped the gate and got into them for free because they were $10 or $15 per entry per person. And then what happened was we
Okay,
went
something.
to
Whoa. Something is definitely wrong with audio here.
Feedback all this stuff.
Yeah, hang on a
Yeah, I
second.
can hear it too.
What the hell?
How's it now? Oh,
No,
fuck.
still the same thing. It's not coming from my end.
Hold on.
Is it any better?
No, it wasn't your end either.
Ooh, through the light.
I'll mute myself.
Hello?
Is it
Hello?
any better now?
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. I guess it was Harsh's. What did you do, Harsh? What did you break?
I don't know.
Okay, well, now it's not doing it. That was weird.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Story time with JC Bellick, everybody.
Well, when I was 15, I went and hanged out with my 17-year-old friend, and we went to Caboolture, and we went on the train.
That's from Junior.
It's
No, it's
showing
not- it's
Junior
not.
popping up.
It's
Junior,
my mic's fucking up for some reason.
No, it's not you. It's check your outputs on voice meter.
Hello.
Unmute your mic and see if it does it again. Hello?
They pick on Australia.
Hello.
There it is again. Okay. You got one of your outputs is stuck open. Restart your audio engine. Hello? Okay,
Hello.
I think. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. No, it was just you had a flurb in your computer or something. That's all. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Anyway, story time with JC Bellick. Let's go.
Well, like I said, I was hanging out with my 17-year-old friend when I was 15. He's a pretty crazy dude, but he was pretty straight at the same time. He wouldn't do much, but he would smoke weed and do things like party and drink alcohol before he was 18. And anyway, we went to Caboolture Station and we went north. We went to Glass House Mountains and we jumped this party that was worth $15 to $20 per entry. And we got pretty drunk for free. But the guys I knew from my school and other schools around the area when I went there, they wouldn't give me a bong. They refused to even give me one, the lousy cunts. And people called me a scabby cunt for not bringing a bottle to bring your own party. But what happened was
And you
we
hear
went
it.
back we went back to Strathpine after that, and we went to another place called Dacabin, and we went to another party, and we jumped the fences again. And there was a huge fight there. We nearly got attacked because it happened to a lot of people around us, a bunch of people fighting in the party. And then we went to Strathpine, back to Strathpine. That's where near my high school was, where I met the guy. And we started sniffing glue with this Aboriginal, and I started seeing and hearing things that weren't possible. And I got really high off the stuff. And I was on the train with the Aboriginal and my other friend. We had these bags of glue, and we heard on the intercom on the train, "Please get off the train. We know you're inhaling glue. So we're going to call the police." So we quickly made a run for it on the next station. And one time, about the same day or a day before that, my friend's friend got an ounce of weed, and we were smoking outside someone's house. We were smoking joints. We nearly got busted by the homeowner.
Okay, there's a lot going on there too.
Yeah.
And you heard it here first on CSHR Radio. Shut up, Harsh.
High End says y'all need 15 more people on the panel. I think y'all need 15 more people on the panel. And he also says a Hart player glass
Didgeridoo.
diggery-do for us.
Didgeridoo.
Next comment.
There it
Epic.
is. And he says epic. We are at the 51-minute mark.
So it goes. I mean, the Aboriginals down in Australia know how to still get into different dimensions. It went from a different form of natural source of thing that they got out in the wilderness to blue. So it's just like a new form of. There's still shamans out there, riding the train.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. So we're going to shift gears for a second because I just ran across a story on AP that is just absolutely hilarious to me. And mainly because of all of the issues that Donald Trump recently had with this same exact type of incident. But in Washington, President Joe Biden said Tuesday he was surprised when informed that government records were found by his attorneys at his former office space in Washington. He was asked about the issue after, thank you, Mr. Pop-Up ad that just covered my entire screen. He was asked about the issue after the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee requested that the U.S. intelligence conduct a damage assessment of potentially classified documents. Can anybody say Mar-a-Lago?
That sounds about right.
But now it's Biden that did it. So that means pretty much every president in history has probably done that exact same goddamn thing.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't that a given? It's so silly. It's of course they kept top secret government files that no one else is apt to receive because they are at the highest level of secrecy of the freaking nation. Why would they? Of course they're going to have secret files.
The White House confirmed that the Department of Justice was reviewing and, quote, a small number of documents with classified markings, end quote, found at the office. I was briefed about this discovery and surprised to learn that there are any government records that were taken there to that office, Biden said in his first comments since the news of the November 2nd document discovery emerged Monday. He added that I don't know what's in the documents and that his lawyers had suggested he not ask.
He's probably right.
Yeah, but okay, there's a lot wrong with that statement.
Well, I mean, we all know he's demented.
I mean, this man literally said that I had classified documents in my office, and I don't know what's in them, and my lawyer said don't ask about them either.
Well, I mean,
he's surprised at anything. I mean,
he doesn't even know what time it is. He probably didn't read them because he doesn't know. He probably doesn't even know how to read or doesn't remember what he's reading.
Well,
knowing him.
And on the flip, earlier Tuesday, Representative Mike Turner sent a request to the Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, saying that Biden's retention of the documents put him in potential violation of laws protecting national security, including the Espionage Act and the Presidential Records Act. Yeah, this is going to get hairy for Mr. Biden, it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you have classified documents in your own office and not know what's in them or even know they're there?
Yeah.
Nobody planted them. Come on, Joe. We know better.
I mean, how do we know Hillary's not trying to plant them in order to try to get back in the
no. Joe, if Hillary was behind it, Joe would have already committed suicide.
That is true. Yeah, Joe would have had to retire or die, so. I mean, who's to say Kamala's not trying to do something like this? You know, she wants to be president so badly.
See, it's all just a big play to push with Americans one way or another. You know, so but Trump or well,
You know, she's also the reason why GTA San Andreas had to get rated again.
Do they now?
Okay. Um, there are significant differences between the Trump and Biden situations, including the gravity of an ongoing grand jury investigation into the Mar-a-Lago matter. The intelligence risk assessment into Trump documents is to examine the seized records for classification as well as the potential risk to national security that would result from the disclosure of the relevant documents. Senator Mark Warner, the Democratic chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, called for a briefing on the documents. Our system of classification exists in order to protect our most important national security secrets, and we expect to be briefed on what happened both at Mar-a-Lago and at the Biden office as part of our constitutional oversight obligations, he said. From what we know so far, the latter is about finding documents with markings and turning them over, which is certainly different from a months-long effort to retain material actively being sought by the government. But then again, that's why we need to be briefed. So, in other words, they're trying to make it a spinoff saying that, Trump was still wrong for what he did, but Biden, it was just an accident. It's the same thing.
and
I mean,
everyone Clinton who released nuclear launch protocols just because whoopsie daisy. It was, I don't know how to work emails.
So basically, Biden is confirming every single stereotype about him, every single stereotype, and every single criticism about him all at once. Well, you see, I can't read. So how can I know what's in the classified documents? Yeah, they're in my office. I don't know what there's going on. Like, oh,
where am
God.
I? Where am I? What time is it? Is it time
Where
for
am I,
oatmeal?
Alice?
I can't ride this bicycle today. I fall over. Four
Jill, where am
scores.
I? What am I doing? What is this?
President Biden, we need you to make it 7 years ago.
But basically, the feds are telling us that Joe Biden is too incompetent to be and too senile to be charged with.
Okay, well, if that's the case, okay, so Trump maliciously did it, but Biden is just an idiot.
Yeah,
is that how we're supposed to view it? Because
I think that's what they want us. That's what they're telling us.
It's literally the same thing. So
right, that's what they're telling us. They're telling us. I mean, Biden did this on accident. Trump did this. That's what they're trying to tell us, and I'm just like, well, if that's the case, someone needs to resign.
It was Donald Trump. He caused Biden to do it. We're just going to blame him for it.
Clearly, crooked Sleepy Joe doesn't know what he's doing. That's why he leaked classified information while he's in office. Believe me, folks. And no matter what Ron DeSanctimonious says, I will be president again. God.
Jill, can you help me? I seem to have lost my socks. And I think I left them at the Pentagon. There's some classified documents in the cereal box over the counter. It's Joe, it's the same shit that Trump supposedly did. You got caught. Sucks. I know it sucks, but you got caught.
You know what? I'm marking this as Kamala Harris. I blame her for this. She wants to be president so damn badly, despite not being able to get a single vote in the primary.
Watch they keep searching that office and find like Hillary Trump's missing 300 million emails or whatever the fuck she did while she was had the government exchange server in her basement, email server in her basement.
But I guarantee you, someone either from the Clinton or Harris side is behind this. That's why he's doing this. Because think about it, who the hell else benefits from like him looking even more senile and demented than he already looks?
It's kind of weird. I was about to, it's a Bush, because he's like Bush Junior 2.0, just like
Bush.
because like
Well, no. I mean,
Bush
the
Junior
thing.
was a freaking joke,
Okay,
right?
yeah, but the
And
thing
this guy's
is,
even more
W.
of a joke.
Yeah.
W was just an idiot. I mean,
Yeah.
Bush, George W. Bush was basically Dan Quayle in a Bush body.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was.
this guy was just an idiot. I mean, and then now we have Dementia Joe, and we had the Cheeto before him. I mean, it's becoming more of like a comedy routine than the presidential races. It's like, really, guys? I mean, come on. We're adults. Act like it for a change, please. No.
If you think your president is bad, you should see our prime minister right now. He's a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, he's
And
not
there
wrong
goes
about
another
that.
beep.
Australia, Australia has had their own version of W and some others. Like they're not by any means much better.
I'll tell you something I found researching about a former prime minister of ours. His name's Tony Abbott. He was on the front page of a Freemason magazine in 2004 or 5, about 5 or 6 years before he was prime minister of this country. And he's been in politics for about 15, 20 years at least, so he's pretty high up.
I remember Tony Abbott being compared to the George Bush of Australia.
Yeah.
I
That
remember
in
hearing
itself
that
is
years
funny.
ago.
Just that whole statement by itself is funny. The George Bush of Australia.
Right.
Yeah, Scott, do you want to hear something funny, Scott?
I'm always up for a giggle.
That Tony Abbott dude who ran our country about 10 years ago, he got headbutted in public because the guy didn't like him.
He really is like the Bush of the country. Bush has a shoe thrown and Abbott gets headbutted.
Tony Abbott just gets clobbered in the street. Woohoo!
This is the thing. They got elite schools. I mean, but they still got dumbass children. Just like, I mean, it don't matter.
Yeah, it tells you that school itself is a waste. If the elites have these types of children with all that schooling, holy.
That's right. The time is now 10:13. You're listening to WCHR 104.9 FM, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's the 10th of January, and you're listening to this Crayola Sack Harsh Reality live right here on Facebook, internet radio. It's CSHR Radio. The short link is tinyurl.com/CSHR Radio if you want to listen online. Again, the phone lines have been open this entire time, but everyone is always too scared to pick up the phone and dial. That number is 1-844-900 or 999. No, that's not it. Hang on. I'm a little high right now. Shut up. It's. Hang on a second. Why is this thing taking so long to scroll through? All I need to do is see the goddamn phone number.
Let's see if Scott is here.
Where is it? Come on. What a 844-900 CSHR. That's 844-900-2747. There you go. That was the phone number.
I'll tell you guys something that happened to me about 7 months into living here, because I moved here 2.5 years ago almost. I moved here in 2020 in August. This guy, I was riding my bike down the street, and this guy stopped me from the other side of the street. And then when the next time I seen him, when I stopped my bike, he's like, "What's this?" He's like, "No, what's this?" He's like, "I mean this." And he's giving me the finger, and I'm like, I just took off because I didn't want to stab the cunt.
Jesus. And there's another beep.
Well,
we're gonna start a swear jar just for Jamie. We'll be like multi-millionaires by the end of the year. It's gonna be great.
Yes, we should.
We
And on that
syndicated
note-
internationally. You know, it's wonderful. That's right. This is. What is the timer for? What is the stopwatch for? What
For all
are
this-
you doing over there?
That's the counter.
That's the counter for all the swears.
Oh.
Apparently. Jeez.
Yeah. Numa Storm says they're using Biden because he is like that old cynical grandpa who actually needs to be in a retirement home playing Pinnacle with 3 imaginary friends.
Oh, God. That's true. That's true.
Oh, God, that was great. This has been another edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality with your host, myself, Mr. Harsh Med, Scott Jr., Hart Honer, and Jamie Bell. And it's been a weird Tuesday. That it has. Mr. Harsh, take us out, sir.
All right, this has been another edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality. This is Harsh Med. I don't know if you, the life is harsh, but I'm still living. And sometimes you got to color outside the lines. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. And tune in Friday when we go through the headlines.